relax, relax. Y'all not really
Yes,
excited to
sir.
see us like that.
They
Y'all ain't
love
really
us,
excited.
man. They love us.
They ain't really excited to see us like that.
They
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 just
not,
excited
love
for
man. They
us.
one
Come
not.
on,
thing.
They
let me
not.
hear y'all
We've been
again,
going.
man. Y'all miss
We've been
us.
going for a little
Man, give
bit.
Y'all
us a
miss
round of
We've
us.
been
applause
going for
then.
about a
Man,
little
show us
bit.
that
I
love,
know they
man. They
do.
love us.
Okay,
What you
okay,
talking about, man? Show the love. Fuck you talking about. Talk
okay.
to us nice and
I'm
don't talk
wrong.
to us at
I'm
all.
wrong. I'm wrong. I'm wrong. Man, what's up? Y'all already know how we get down, man. It's your boy Tay D Bear, the one who care. You know what I mean? Give, damn. Okay, cool. Can I get a round of applause?
Let's
That is
go. Let's
different.
go.
That is different. I don't like that. I don't like that.
That
That's
is
cool though.
blasphemy.
That no, we ain't even gonna give them no
Yeah.
beat on that one. So that's cool. That's cool. Uh, somebody else can take it away. Go
It's your
ahead.
Who?
girl, Ollie Amazing, your host that does the absolute most. Yeah, I got to it before you. I got to it before you.
That's wild.
Yeah,
Next.
I ain't gonna say it no more. Y'all boo another person on here. The shiesty coming up. So play us again. Show us our motherfucking love. And show, give a round of applause for Tay. All right.
That is wild.
I need
Man,
Hey.
y'all introduce yourselves so we can get by this. I can't believe this.
I don't know why y'all ain't fucking with my boy Tay today, but it's your boy
Can
Trilogy,
we?
keeping it
Can
G
we?
at the end academy. You
I was
already
about to
know.
say, can
Yes,
we?
sir.
Can we
He
do
get
hmm
shiesty
love.
number two?
He get
Yes,
love.
sir. They love the member.
You already know. And listen, this your boy
We don't know who is
TPG,
that.
the
Who
Peace
is that?
God, aka the Slender Man. Fuck you talking about?
This is
Slender.
this is barbaric. I'm the one that get
hmm
booed today. Okay, cool. I understand where we coming from.
Oh, we
You know
shiesty
what?
up. All right, fuck it.
You know what? This is wild today. I can't believe this. Anyway, today's lesson is family dynamics. Let's get into it, man. Y'all ain't shit. Family, family dynamics. Family dynamics.
Mm.
We're gonna talk about past and present. We're going today. We're gonna be talking about you know what are the pros and cons of today's family dynamics versus yesteryear's family dynamics.
Can I start?
Um. Oh.
I will. I this we're gonna do something different though. We're gonna do something different. Whenever you give your side of it, that's how we're gonna do it. Whenever you give your side of it, make sure you explain both sides, so that way nobody's interrupting you. So you get to talk about yesteryear and you get to talk about the present. Deal?
Deal.
Dude.
Okay. Okay, bet. So who's starting it off? Trilla, you starting it off or Ollie?
I mean, he can go
Uh,
first. Let him go first.
Okay, Trilla, you got the floor.
the host let me go first. Oh shit. But the pros is the ones that grew up back in the day that had family values and family cores and shit like that. You know what I mean? The respectable way of having a family. Family was stronger back then, and now that we in a generation of where everything is messing up and going out of line and out of order, the cons is pretty much family ain't family as what it used to be back then. Family isn't as strong as what it used to be back then. Even the values of grandmas watching the kids or stuff like that, it's not the same no more. Everything isn't the same no more. Family don't come together as much. Family reunions don't happen as much. Even holidays is getting smaller and smaller, or people don't show up. The pros of it is though, the generation that sees this and acknowledge this is working so hard on bringing that back, even with the family that they started, or even with what I mean, even if it's their own little family, we still starting a fresh start to show our kids and the upcoming generations. This is how family is. This is how family's supposed to have with one
Mm-mm.
another. You're not supposed to
No.
go against the grain. You're supposed to do it like this, that, and the third. But if you debating about it, Tisha, I would like to hear your opinion about it.
I don't think she would. I'm just saying because I can see at the bottom. You can't see everybody else, but I can see everybody else. I don't think she was talking to you in that regard.
Oh no.
Oh,
In a way,
oh,
in a way. Let put me on big screen.
You got it.
yeah. Let me and her rock.
Matter of fact, hold up, man. You're not about to just slide in here. Y'all better boo this man too, cause I got booed. Y'all better boo this man too,
Hey,
man. Oh,
see that I'm saying.
y'all quiet? Cool. Don't even worry about it. Don't boo.
Sensei
Quiet.
was good, my boy. Who booed you though? Who did that?
I got booed. I know you
What's
heard me
good?
get booed.
Nah, I did, but I'm like, who did? I thought you was. What happened? I don't know.
You
It's all good.
Wagwan Sensei.
Bro, you're a Jamaican sensei. We'll get back to that. But go ahead.
okay? So I feel like I'm gonna talk about in the past first. In the past, it was very structured. It was very hidden. It was very uh, sacred, if you will, and a lot of older generations prided themselves on hiding a lot of their emotions, secrets, and whatever have you. I know y'all heard about the little statement, what happens in this household stays in this household. My daddy used to say that all the time. That doesn't work for the generation or the world we live in now. No, we're about more healing, and that gets to the pro. Like, granted, a con of that is cancel culture and what have you, and just like people getting exposed, right?
Right.
However, you have to be exposed for certain things and be able to take accountability for certain things and able and so you can be able to move forward. Like if certain things aren't ever addressed or you're not able to get it off your chest, whether it's in therapy or just amongst the family, you're gonna resent them. You're gonna have all these different dynamics. And I feel like millennials, we were told we couldn't do certain things, right? We were told we couldn't do certain things, we couldn't act certain way, and we had to act. However, you know, the boomers and Gen Z, not Gen Z, I don't know the generations, I don't know the terms. However, they wanted us to act, right? Be respectful and all this, that, and the third. But now we have Gen Z and them, the niggas that ate Tide Pods and shit. And them motherfuckers is not having it. So we're seeing that and we're like,
Just say new generation, because this old school generation ain't that slow to do that shit.
They not gonna do it, right? So we're in the middle.
Yeah.
Millennials are in the middle. We're like, we see what they talking about, but we also see what they talking about. Like, we gotta heal from it. But we heal in silence, right? We heal in silence. Like, we go to therapy, boo, boo, boo. We really don't tell people what all we are going through and how we're getting through it. We just tough it out because that's how we were taught. But the generation under us is like, no, we're going to live out loud. And if you hurt me, you hurt me. And we're going to say it, And that divides a lot of the family because you can say blood is thicker than water. However, you need water to supply your body.
Okay.
Just like blood. So if one is outbalancing the other, and you need to rebalance yourself, I mean, something gotta give. Something gotta give, and not everybody.
Yeah, because nowadays it's looking like that water be thicker than that blood.
Okay.
Like it got a little salt in it.
I definitely.
Wait, I don't know about the salt, but I'm just saying the water might be thicker than the blood. I ain't add no seasoning to my mix.
I definitely can rock with that.
So that's why I said what I said.
Me personally, if I can speak so candidly, man, I'm not going to do a big screen for as far as the dynamics and everything, but I'm going to say it like this. It seems to me that we are more focused presently.
Right.
Families are more focused on like back then they had to survive, but they didn't know that they had the option to live. We know that we know that we have to survive, and we know there's an option to live, and that's what's fucking us up. You know what I mean? Like if I can speak freely, that's what's fucking us up is the fact that we know, like, and for anybody who asks, why am I saying what do I mean by that? What I mean by that is
Break it down for them, Dean.
back then it was like, you know, yeah, you got 8 kids, but your kids had to work the field. Your kids had to tend to the animals and all that shit. Nowadays, you can literally just say, bro, I don't want to be a parent, and you don't have to be a parent. I can sign my rights.
What's the whole time? That was always the option.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was always right. It was always the option. But I think that we as this generation, and we as this generation, our family bonds are built off of the struggle of previous generations instead of being built off of the like we can acknowledge the struggle, but I feel like we tie struggle to and TPG, you about to be surprised at this one. We tie struggle to a lot of black family dynamics. Like struggle is encoded in us. That's not the truth.
I agree.
The truth is we all got great, you know, when it comes to family, we all got great memories of being at your favorite aunt house, being at your favorite uncle house, you know, going on trips with your grandma. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. We all have those type of memories, but it just seems as though whenever we start talking about the family as a whole, we always bring up the struggles. We don't talk about how, you know, we don't talk about how it was a great barbecue in 98 or a great barbecue in 04. We talk about how, you know, Uncle X and Auntie Y stole money from the family, and we ain't.
But that's because it was suppressed. You gotta think about it. Like you can have a family reunion, right? And then some. Let's say some of your cousins pop up, right? And you didn't know those cousins abused, or however you want to put it, did whatever XY to the other side, right? To the people over there, right? It's hard nowadays to bottle that down. Like, oh no, I'ma still have the family reunion with old Joe Blow over there. It's hard to do that when you know better.
That
like
is
y'all
true.
shouldn't be kicking high with them. Why are we?
That is very true. But I will say this. Back then, you knew you had to move as a unit. You know what I mean? You knew that you knew you had to move as a unit. In today's society, especially when it comes to family, it's so sad, man. Like family will jump on you. Family will jump on you quicker now, or leave you for dead now than they would back then. And that's because you know, people will, you know, me personally, I can only speak for me. It hurts when I hear that, you know, oh man, I can't fuck with my cousin. Why can't you fuck with your cousin? Oh well, that nigga be secretly beefing with me because I got this and this. Well, I can't fuck with my brother. I can't fuck with my. I could not imagine not being able to fuck with my brother or my sister. You know what I mean?
Shit, I could tell you
because it's about keeping your peace. At the end of the day, if
for real,
if it's at the cost of your peace.
So okay,
and it's the outlook too.
So let me ask y'all this: since we talking about through the looking glass of it, first things first, Sensei, to catch you up, we're talking about the pros and cons of family dynamics of yesteryear versus present day. So was the option of peace on the table for families back in the day?
That boy look high as hell. Sensei, you good?
That's the next question. Was peace a
I don't think it was an option.
I don't think peace was an option back then.
I don't think it was an option. It was like the families had to band together. They had no choice. Like it was like, hey, fuck all what happened. Fuck all what somebody did. It's our family. It's tight.
Put them differences aside. This day is our day.
Do it. Now it's
we show love to everybody.
Healing. Like you can't just certain stuff you can only bury for so long.
So you're saying it was scabbed over instead of healing?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was family over. It was family over peace, and it shouldn't be like that. It
Yeah.
should be. They should be.
That's quite the scale to run it over. If you really think about it, that's quite the scale to run over.
It is.
Family
It
over
is.
peace.
It is because
But can
now
I say
it's
this,
peace over
y'all? I
family.
feel like listen, Trill. Listen, you just took the words out of my mouth because I was
Well,
literally
it's
just
true.
about to say that, y'all.
Why
Back in
is
the
the
day,
divorce rate so
like
high?
y'all said, a lot of stuff, yeah, a lot of stuff was swept under the rug. And okay, well, we might not be happily married, but we got these kids, we got all this going on, we gonna stay together. Or family, yeah, he might have abused you, whatever, but
But
that's
you
your
need to
uncle.
shut up. But yeah, you need to shut up. That's your
Now,
uncle. Be
yeah,
quiet.
now,
Now it's
now,
no.
bro,
It's
niggas
affecting
will
my
fall out with
peace.
their whole family about their respect. Cause
Real
I'm one of
shit.
them.
Peace.
Like
I
I
am
just
too.
got
I'm a
back
preacher for
cool.
my family.
Like I'll not talk to nobody. If you not gonna respect me, if you not gonna respect my boundaries, if you think it's okay to gossip about me behind my back, you're not my family. So nigga, you're out of there. 3 strikes, you grown, and that's only because you family.
Okay.
But after
I
that
ain't never
third
heard
one, you
that.
gotta go.
3 strikes, you grown.
Okay.
I ain't
Sensei,
never
what
heard that.
about you?
Gone.
You said what?
What about you?
I don't know.
Let me ask you a question, Sensei, because I know you think differently. So let me ask you this. What are 3 pillars? Like 3 pillars of strength. What are 3 pillars of strength to you that makes a family strong? And have they changed over the years?
To be there for each other, that's changed because to me, family now just think about itself, not your brother, not your sister, not your mama. Family don't think about themselves. I feel like, and this goes for all of the African American community, how they said we're like crabs in the barrel. So somebody always
Yeah.
trying to pull you down just so that they can get up, and that goes with family too.
Okay.
So
I agree.
Okay.
And
So
at the
listen,
end of
y'all, other races got problems too. They got the same problems our community got. It's just they do a good job of not talking about it.
I don't know though. I can't even say that though. To be honest, because in my opinion, I can't even say that because at the end of the day, if you look at it, I think we talked about this before. If a black man becomes a CEO of a company, he's not going to hire no family member, or he's not going to hire nobody to come in off his family because I'm not hiring him. He's gonna have to get it on his own. Which when it comes to a white man, it's like, all right, cool. My son's going. I'm becoming a CEO. My son's getting ready to train up under me so that when I die, something happened to me, then he gets it, and then after he gets it, my grandchild gets it.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But you gotta think
But
about what they have to deal with to get in those positions. They're willing to bite a lot of shit. They're willing to
yeah,
swallow a lot of shit.
it's a lot of skeletons in the
They're willing
closet
to.
for sure.
If my daddy and my uncle is like the same nigga or however the fuck that you want to put it, they're willing to bite that. They're willing to swallow that. Like, oh, okay,
Who are
whoever.
the African Americans or the Caucasian?
I'm not talking about a specific
Who you talking
race.
about willing to
I'm
bite
not
it?
gonna. A lot of different races are willing to bite that, and we're coming up upon a time as far as our race, the black race, the African American race, we're coming upon a time where we're not willing to bite that no more. They
Yeah,
can bite it all they want to. They can bite it all they want to, but we're not at a place
but
to
I'm just
hide that.
saying,
They'll hide it for the money.
yeah, like
A lot of them will hide it for the money.
they have the same shit. Like uncles abusing their nieces and shit in whatever type way. You got husbands cheating on their wives. You got wives cheating on their husbands. You got deadbeat ass fathers. That's in other communities too. That's in the same. Everybody got the same problems. It's just that shit is relevant in the black community, and that shit is
And they
like
getting tired. We
blasted
getting
I
every
wouldn't
tired of
fucking
say
it.
that's
where.
Yeah, we
relevant
getting
in the
tired of it.
community. I wouldn't say that in our community, because if you pay attention, in majority of the black movies back in the day, even to current movies now, when it comes to like ghetto or poverty or struggles and shit like that, you don't see white people going through struggles and shit like that, really, unless
That's
it's
because they're what
trailer
they're born
trash.
with.
Other than that,
Because
you
what
see
they born
nothing
with,
but the
they
black
still got
community.
troubles though. They still got troubles though.
No, this is
They
what
can
I'm
be
saying. It's a
born. They
movie.
can
Yeah,
be
like
born.
even if they
It's
got
a
They can be
movie. It's a
born with the
movie.
shit, but
No,
they still have their
Tisha,
trials, right? And but they're willing to sacrifice a lot more of themselves than we are at this point. At this point now, they're willing to sacrifice a lot more than what we are now. We are now, no, ain't no secrets, ain't no shit. We about to heal ourselves, woo, woo, woo. They still trying to hire shit. They still like, oh no, I'm gonna
yeah.
be the CEO of the company, so I don't give a fuck what my granddaddy did. I don't give a fuck what my uncle did. I don't give a fuck what my cousin did.
I feel
They're on that shit.
I feel like especially it going off of what Sensei was saying as far as like business goes, I feel like we we are not taught to be comfortable
Nope,
mixing family with money.
nope.
We're not taught that. And the reason why we wasn't taught that,
But
the reason why we weren't taught that, and like I said, it's all go back to family dynamics, is because we was always taught, your dad's the breadwinner, your mom the one that take care of the house, the kids make sure the house is this, that, and the third. Everybody do what they got to do. So with that being said, I believe nowadays, now like in the present, I feel like the family dynamic has been pushed to, be more comfortable with money because my son just got a Cash App card. Whenever my son do something that I need him to do, bro, I'll shoot you some money on the Cash App card. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
to teach you the mindset of doing what you got to do, and you can get paid for it. You never know when somebody going to line your pockets, but it's up to you to get your pockets lined, rather than back then. You know what I mean?
That's because between now, back then and now, they took a lot of black fathers out of the home.
That is very true.
They
That is
took a
very,
lot of black fathers out of the home. Granted, I was very fortunate enough to have my father in the home with my mother for
talk your
19
shit.
years. For 19 years, I had them both in the home with me, with me and my sister, like both in the home. They was both there, but he was more money based, and it's not until now in a place of healing that he understands and is still in, like, to me and my sister, like there's so much more to a man providing money. Like before it was just money,
Yeah,
money. We'll just I'm gonna just kick some money out to that, or we'll just call him, and whenever we're in a financial bind. Now, whenever that man speaks, now because I'm in a place of healing, he's in a place of healing. Now, whenever that man speaks, I can listen. I can hear him. Whenever he talk or he has an opinion about something, or he wants to help me, but he wants to help me in a certain way where I know how to help myself in the long run, I can listen to that man. Before, I won't try to hear none of that shit. I won't try to hear none of that. You just money, 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 money. I knew my mother was the nurturer, the person to give me advice. I didn't have that from him because he was put in a position where he felt like, because of how he grew up, he felt like all I got to do is make the money. All I got to do is make the money. Everything else will fall in line. I'm going to make this money. I'm going to go out, work, upkeep jobs, make my own business, do this, that, and the third. And then when your family lack, it's like, well, I provided the money, but why is it still lacking?
okay. So go
you go,
ahead.
yeah, go ahead.
And then I'm gonna ask Trilla something. I'm gonna ask Trilla a question. Go ahead.
Well, I just want to say real quick, y'all, that listen, and I'm not just saying for a man, because a mother has to make many, many sacrifices herself. So this is not men versus women, father versus mother, but a man has to make a decision to either go out and make the money and provide, or maybe not provide as much financially and be able to spend more time with his child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's kind of like, okay, well, I can provide for you,
You damn if you
but
do.
maybe I can't
You
be there
damn if you
all the
do. You
time.
damn if
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
you don't,
literally.
Yeah.
Like black men were damned if
Like,
you do, damned if you don't. Because to get to where y'all a black man wanted to be back then, like it was no way you were gonna be able to provide anything other than financial stability for your family for real. And that's why the black woman was at home so much. And that's why so much was thrust upon her, because he had to work 10 times harder than any other man on this earth to do what he needed to do. And that's part of the reason why I lost out on how viable my father was, like just mentally and as a man. Like what I needed in those like teenage years, my younger years, like when I wanted to know like how a man was supposed to treat me, how a man is supposed to do X, Y, and Z. I had to, now in a place of healing, I had to understand that's how he was raised to be, like work, money, money. And he couldn't provide me with that because he didn't know how to.
Okay, so Trilla, this is my question. This is my question to you.
Yo.
My question is it's a real simple question about this. What exactly do you feel is one of the bases for keeping a father from crashing out? Besides his kids, like, because we already stated they took fathers out of the home. We already stated.
Yep.
Right.
But what we haven't stated was what made the fathers leave the home anyway. You know what I mean? Like
A plethora of things.
Yeah.
A plethora.
I
It was so
understand.
hard.
I
It was so
understand
hard
that.
for a black man. Even
Hold
now,
on.
it's still hard for a black man.
Hold on. I'm giving this to Trilla specifically.
Oh,
I'm giving this to Trilla specifically because I want him. I want his outlook on this. I'm going to ask specific questions to each one of y'all because I want your outlooks on it because I know y'all personally. You see what I'm saying? So that's my question to you. What keeps a family from, what keeps a black man from crashing? Not even a black man. What keeps a family intact in your opinion? What keeps a family intact, especially in a paternal role? What keeps them from crashing out and leaving? Besides the kids, like mentality wise. Sensei, feel free to jump in as well.
I think it comes to.
I think it's. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Whichever one feels.
No, I mean, I don't. You said keeping the kids out of it, but I think that's the main thing. That's the main thing that strives a man to work and do what he do. Like for me, people don't understand me, but I work the way I work, and if y'all know, I work like a motherfucker. Right. I work the way that I work due to the strength of. I don't want my kids to ever go through what I went through in my past. I did not have. I'm not gonna say I didn't have a good life. I made it what it was. You know what I mean? But I refuse to let my kids go through what I go through or what I went through. So that's the reason that I work the way I work, so that my kids don't have to take on the burden that I had to take on. So I think black men work the way they work. So black men work African American men work the way that they work due to the fact that they don't want history to repeat itself. Because you'll hear people say all the time, "Oh, history is destined to repeat itself," but they try their best not to let history repeat itself.
But history won't repeat itself. It'll start some other shit. It can start. And I'm not saying this is for every household. It can start a chain of not, other than financially, not being present emotionally, like physically, like you cannot be there. And that's just because you're human. You're human. If you were brought up a certain way and you feel like that's what you got to do and that's what you need to do to survive and make sure your family got, that's what you're going to do. But at the end of the day, like when you go on and you get older, you realize, like, I hate to keep bringing up my dad, but like now he's realizing like, dang, maybe like he spends more time with us now. Like now, like I would never say nothing about that man now. Before he wasn't emotionally present. He wasn't physically present. Like I could tell the jingle of his keys to the point that's how much he was not home from working that hard. And I never faulted him for working that hard. But at the end of the day, as a young woman, I needed my father emotionally present to be able to teach me certain things. Do I blame him for it now? No. That I'm a grown woman, so I have to take accountability for my own mental health and being able to move forward and being able to find those things myself. How it could have helped me though, it would have helped me way long in the long run. It would have helped me. It would have helped me if he was
You
just
talking about
present.
you talking about with him being there more?
Yes, like not financially. We could have deal with. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely frank. Yes, we went on trips. Yes, we had what we needed. Blah blah blah. Woo woo woo. Would I trade that for him? Us struggling slightly more and him being there, like mentally, and being able to like us to have those conversations we have now. Hell yeah, I take that over that.
I understand that. I understand that to the fullest though. But looking at it, to me, I would rather work the way I work, letting my kids see dad getting it out the mud. I see what Pop's doing. As they get older, they'll see, hey, I see why Pops wasn't there. Pops is making sure that we made sure we had everything we wanted, everything we needed, and half of what we wanted at the end of the day. Because when it's
you can see that, hold on, and react on that. You can see it. Like I said, I saw everything my dad did financially, but that's what I cling to. Like, especially like college years, that's what I cling to. Like, oh yeah, daddy got the money. Yeah, he gonna fix that. He gonna take care of that. But when I needed him emotionally, like, hey, is this a good like man, or just speaking as a female, is this a good man, or is this somebody I should be having to leave my household? Whenever it clicked in his head, like, hey, yeah, let me kind of step in because she kind of going down the wrong path. I was not willing to listen to that because at the end of the day, you did not show me that you were competent enough to be able to lead me in that way. You showed me, what you showed me is that a man is money. A man is money. A man is going to provide for you regardless, right? He should provide for you regardless. Everything else is on you. So with growing up, it was just like, dang, I got to figure all this shit out. But I know my daddy got me financially. So you can call that, like he likes to say, oh, Tisha spoiled, or Tamara, my sister, spoiled. Yeah, we're spoiled financially, but we're not spoiled in multiple other aspects that he could have spoiled us in, where we wouldn't lean so hard on that. Like, I feel like I got to get out of the mud regardless. I have so much pride from watching that man work his body and just him to the bone that I really have a hard time asking anybody for help. 9 times out of 10, in my family, females, male, anybody, like, they can come ask me for shit. But am I going to reach out? No, because I'm like my dad. I done saw him get it out of the mud, so I feel like I got to. When in reality,
I mean, that's
I could be finding somebody that could help, and we could just come together. I'm not looking for that, and it's crazy to say, but it's like a healing journey after that. Like, yeah, I respect him and I respect the hustle. Like, he know he can talk to me any given day. Hey, Tisha, this is what you need to do with X, Y, and Z. Tisha, this is what you need to do about your car. This is what you need to save as far as money, blah, blah, blah. We can have them conversations all day. But would I go to my father as far as, hey, do you think this is a good move mentally, or just like as a woman, like, do you think this is right for me? Like, a man's supposed to be the leader of the household. He's supposed to lead you, right? Would I go to him for that type of advice? I'm getting to that. Would I absolutely go there right now to him? No.
Okay.
No.
So
I mean, that's different strokes for different folks because at the end of the day, like I said, I guess it's different strokes for different folks because this man is sacrificed himself to make sure that you and your sister got, put himself on the back burner to make sure that you and your people's got. So you should be able
We
to come
didn't
to
make
him
him
about
feel that way. We didn't make him feel that way.
make him feel like what?
We didn't make him feel like he had to work his back to the bone.
But
we didn't
as
make
a
him feel that
but
way.
but as a
We
as a
did.
man, but as a man you
We
have
didn't
to,
ask for
but
that.
as a man you have to, because at the end of the day when we going through school, when
No,
we taking
it's
you
a
to school,
choice. It's a
no,
choice.
when we're taking
It's a choice.
taking you to school,
It's a
no, when
choice.
we're
That's
taking
the
taking
difference
you to
between
school.
back then and now. It's a choice, and it's always
Okay.
been a
okay,
choice.
so okay. So just to reel it in a little bit, Trilla, what's your thoughts on this?
I can't really relate because my father was incarcerated throughout my life,
That's
majority of
another,
the important parts of my life
but
and
that's
stuff like
another
that.
family dynamic. So open us up on that road if you don't mind me asking.
Yeah, my grandma's husband was my father role in my life until he passed away at a young age too. Well, I was a young age, but he passed away as well. And before I even turned a teenager, before I like really need a male role model in my life type thing. So my choice was to go to the streets, and then when I eventually had a child, like
Them
it
chips must be
made,
good down there. I'm listening.
but ever since I had a child, it was like I had to try to learn how to leave the street life so my kids won't see the same moves that I'm doing and end up doing that when they get older and thinking that's a way of life. Cause I don't want that for my kids, you know what I mean? I already done been to jail. I done already done I'm in the gang banging life. I done already done, you know what I mean, trap. I done did whatever you can name it in the streets other than rob. I don't do that. I don't rob. Um but I done did all these stupid decisions. Well, not saying it like I provocatively did it, but I done did all these mistakes in order to teach you not to do what I did. You know what I mean? So that I think that, and I done learned from my actual father his mistakes on what he didn't teach me as a father, and I teach that to my kids. You know what I mean? As for being there, teaching them how to love a female
Facts.
correctly, teach them how to you know what I mean, be a man. I can't really put it in no other form of why we can't put them in thinking of we can't think about the kids or not crashing out, because thinking about their future off rip comes to mind. It's not even thinking about the kids, it's just thinking about their future off rip, or damn, how is they gonna perceive me when they get older? Like what if they needed me? I'm their favorite person. You know what I mean? Not saying that like, oh, just fuck the mom, but you know what I mean? Like what am I'm their favorite person, and they can't come to me because I done did a stupid decision over 5 minutes when I'm doing 25 or 20 years over the shit. Like that shit's stupid over a 2 minute decision.
Yeah.
Now I'm missing out on award assemblies. I'm missing out on the importance of what they needed and what they wanted or what they want to express to me and stuff like that. Like, nah, you gotta think about the kids' future when you thinking about crashing out. You gotta thinking about the kids, period. And not
Or
only
just
that,
thinking about yourself.
but
Just thinking about yourself
yeah,
needing to be there
yourself
for
as
your
well.
kid.
Yourself
Trill,
as
you got a
well.
future too,
But
brother. Outside of your
yeah,
kid.
yourself as well. But as for that, because you can't think about anybody else in the family, because shit. Say for instance, you done been locked up before. bro, I done been in, and not to get all personal and stuff, but my mom already told me before I even got locked up, you get locked up, I'm not gonna be there for you because I'd already done stressed myself out or going through this with your dad over the years. Which it was cool, but let me get locked up and I call my mom. She gonna pick up that phone call and she gonna make sure there's money on the books for me to hit her up and stuff like that. Other than that, she not gonna write me. She not gonna do no visit. She not gonna put money on my books. She not gonna do none of that. She just gonna make sure she have a way to talk to me, and that's that. But family, they don't. My fam, I got more love and help from a family I made out on the streets, or my own personal little family I made than I got love from my own family when I was going through it and stuff like that. Like shit was crazy. So like being a black sheep of the family, it teaches you a lot on morals, how to raise and what to think about and how to move and shit like that.
So speaking on morals and like you said, going to your moms for things and stuff. I'm gonna ask y'all a question. Another question. And the question basically is, do y'all feel as though the elders dropped the ball with this generation coming up?
Yes.
Like
you talking about the generation after millennials?
Okay, TPG. I see that you want to jump out there first with that. And Tisha, I'm gonna let TPG. Yeah. I'm gonna let TPG answer, and then I'm gonna explain more about it. What you got to say, TPG?
Well, listen. I feel like.
Where's your face?
Okay, we can't.
Where's your face?
Okay, hold on. Let me. I got you.
That shirt off so bad.
Is that blood?
Trying to get right, you know.
Nah, it's rose.
Listen.
Oh.
It's a rose.
Oh.
All right, but listen, y'all. All I'm saying is, and please, anybody from the older generation or whatever, please don't take this the wrong way. But I would say that, listen, y'all remember earlier how we were saying, or I think I heard Ali mention that, all the older generation know is work. And, follow the rules and, what I'm saying, do what you told and you'll be okay. Because of, what older generations had to deal with. But listen, that hindered us in a very big way. And they try to call the newer generations soft and this and that. But we came up off of y'all and y'all ways and what y'all taught us. So if we not living up to whatever standards out here, then I mean, just look at our role models today. We don't have no great leaders. We don't have none of that. All we got basically is a bunch of house Negroes that's telling us that we need to go to work hard. And I'm not gonna go too deep. I'm just gonna say it though. We got a bunch of people.
Especially that college shit. That shit was a scam, bro. Like they told us that shit to the blue breath of them, like to their face turn blue. And I tell my mama all the time, like, you told me to go to college, you told me to do this, and that's all I had to do. And I'm still out here struggling. So what did you tell me that for? To rack up some debt?
Listen, cause geez, that's my bad, Ali. That's all they know. That's all they know. So you can't fault them for that.
Right, you can't. But when you try to explain it to them, it's like, well, you got your degree, but it's like my mother, whoever, older generation. But it's like, okay, what did that get me though? Because I got a job without that, and I just recently found out actually that I could have got the job I have now without having a degree at all.
Okay, so I'm glad I got your explanation, TPG, and I'm glad for your insight, Ali. But now I'm gonna go to the other side of the screen. How do y'all feel about the elders? Do y'all feel like this new generation is lost to the elders? Like they just wash their hands with them? Like,
yep.
Why?
Yeah, at the end
Talk
of the
to me.
day, because
to
at the end of the day, the elders can tell us what they want to. You know what I mean? The elders can
We
tell
know
us.
it's a lie.
No, it's not a lie,
I know
because
it's
the
a
elders,
lie.
the elders can tell you, hey, this is how it was, this, that, and the third.
What?
But shit comes down to, it's not the elders, it comes to the parents. The younger the parents is getting, is really fucking these kids up, because they're not giving
Yep.
they're not giving no kids no morals. They're not giving them no structure. They're letting them kids are becoming their friends,
That's
not
their
their
friend.
child.
Yeah.
At
Yep.
the end of the day, the elders
Yep.
probably told their children, hey, don't go out there and fuck John and Joe. Don't go out there and fuck Billy and Manny. The elders probably told them, but the kids
But think about
above
why
the-
though. But think about why.
Hold on. Let him finish.
but the kids did the shit anyway at a young age. And no offense to the people out here, but some people are rare. But when you have kids out here 15, 16 years old, y'all not grown yet. So you can't raise a child. Some of y'all can't raise a child. I know some people who 16, 17 who raise their child to the fullest, and I respect them on that nature. But at the end of the day, 16, 17, you can't raise no child. That's your friend. That's not your child.
Right.
So
you
as
just
shit-
still learning how to
as-
become yourself.
So
You
as
still
so
finding
as shit,
yourself.
exactly. So as shit carries on, that's when shit start to change. That's when you get the 32-year-old grandma talking about, no, I'm not watching my kid because I'm going to the club. That's when you get the 35-year-old grandma talking about, oh, I'm about to go smoke with my daughter, and then as a child go, oh, I'm about to give my child this. That's when you start adapting it.
You better preach, boy.
I'm not raising that on
Oh shit! I swear to God.
I'm not putting that on the elder
Talking
generation,
about-
because the elder generation probably told the kid, hey, this is how it needs to be. Not this how it needs to be done. Follow this structure. You don't have to do it to the precise, but follow this, and this may help. These younger kids are the ones that's like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna do it my way, and end up fucking up the generation.
I don't know about that.
Right.
I'm just
Because,
saying.
like I
don't know about
said,
that.
I feel as though they dropped
What's your,
the
what you
ball
mean you
because
don't know about that?
I think it's people realizing they rather their peace. And I'm just gonna keep it a band. I think it's people finally realizing,
hold on.
It's no peace.
Hold on,
It's
hold
no
on,
peace in
hold
this
on.
world. There's no peace in this world.
They
Hold on,
want
hold on,
they want
Ivy,
their
hold
peace
on.
they want their peace at the end of the day.
Okay.
It's no peace in this world, bro. No offense, bro, and I hate to say it like that. There's no peace in this world. You'll never get to a spot where it's
I
like,
had my
okay,
baby at 25, and my mom is almost
at
60,
25,
and she's still saying, "Fuck."
and tell me this. At the end of the day, if you had your baby at 60, would shit be different? If you had your baby at 15 years old and 25, would shit be different?
Not necessarily. My mama still said, "Fuck no, I ain't watching that baby like that." She want to be in the streets. She want to do what she want to do. She want to protect her peace. She want to be with her man, and she want to do what she want to do, and that's her prerogative.
But and
People
then that's
are
where it goes
protecting
to,
them.
and that's where it goes to.
People are
like I said,
protecting them.
this world is changing though, because your grandparents was
and that's what goes back to what I said earlier.
That's
and
why I
I
said
was
they're protecting their peace.
your grandparent.
My
grandparents-
grandma watched my baby. Not my mom. Not like that. She'll watch it to a certain extent. Not like my grandma.
Nah, I'm gonna give it to the next generation. And basically, that's what we were saying though. You said your grandma watched the baby, right? But your mama won't, right? So
It
that's
depends.
your elder saying, I watch my grandchild, and the second generation after that saying, I'm not gonna watch my grandkid.
But you gotta look at why. You gotta look at why she's saying that, and I had to
This
humble
guy
myself
knows
a
his
lot.
shit.
I had to humble myself a lot. She's
This
saying
guy knows
no
his shit.
because that's not her child to raise. That's not her child to watch every time
Hold
on
on.
whim. It's not her. It's not her responsibility. It's not her job. She should be able to watch that child when she want to watch that child.
Okay, and that's understandable.
Just because
It's
my
not your
grandma,
grandmother's
just
child
because my
either, though.
grandma, just because my grandma was in the era of, yeah, I watched the baby, because they didn't have to watch the babies that much. They wanted to. They wanted to. My mom don't want to. My mom don't want to. She got a lot to live. She got a lot to live, and she living it. So I had to humble myself, take accountability for what the fuck I got going on, and just be like, well, shit, maybe I just can't go out.
I don't know, man. That like I said, for different strokes for different
Yeah.
folks, though. Because I know grandparents would be like, hey, at the end of the day, that's my lineage. At the end of the day, I'm gonna make sure my lineage is good at the end of the day.
My mama make sure her lineage is good. That don't mean she gonna watch it every time I want her to. She gonna watch it when she want.
Two things can be true. I think
Yes,
Dad.
Two things can be true.
So two things can be true. So okay, so to piggyback off what you're saying, Sensei, here's a bigger question. Here's a bigger question. I think some people took the lessons they learned too literally. You know what I mean? I think some people took the lessons they learned too literally, because you said something earlier, and I know I said a question, but the question is coming. You said something earlier, which was, we did it this way. Only thing you got to do, we're not telling you to do it exactly this way, which you're like, bro, we didn't leave y'all a blueprint. We left y'all a template. And however you form that template to your life, that's how you form that template. I think some people took that template and was like,
yeah,
since I didn't make the template, I'm not going to use it. And me personally, I think that's where a lot of younger parents are fucking up at, because that template was there to help you form what type of parent you wanted to be. But when you throw the template away, you have no true destination. You're just out here flying aimlessly, which ends up causing,
I like that analogy, my boy.
which ends up causing a lot of strife between parents, older generations and younger generations. Because when you're a parent, or when you're a family, everybody has a role to play. But when you throw away that template, nobody knows their fucking roles. That's why you have kids. That's why you have kids who open their mouth and think that they can talk to adults. That's why you have parents that's why you have aunts and uncles who don't deal with their nieces and nephews, because it's like, you're telling me that if your kid is left in my care, that if your kid open their mouth to me, I'm uncle. Your kid open their mouth to me, that I'm not gonna pop them in their mouth. You think you got them
in that shit.
Hey,
you gotta know,
and that's a perfect example of popping the kid in the mouth. Like, I had to straight up tell my mother, like, no, like, she thought it was okay to pop my daughter in the mouth. I literally had to tell her, like, no, me as a parent, and I just had to bite that bullet. Me as a parent, I don't feel like you should hit a child in the face. That's me. That's that template you put out. I extracted that from the template, and you're not gonna use that on mine. You can beat on her ass.
That's what's wrong with this new generation, because
I'm with Ali.
You said what?
Let her finish.
Listen,
and then Trill, I'm gonna go to you, and then Sensei, I'm gonna go to you, because
it's just me.
Because TPG also agrees with her. So at this point, we have an impact. So with that being said, I'm gonna let them get their pros off, and then I'm gonna let y'all follow up with y'all cons onto that statement. Deal.
Because for real, like that template, like that's.
Okay, go get you something to drink. Go get something to drink.
Go ahead.
But yeah, that new generation.
Listen. That template, right? He gave the greatest analogy of all time. The template. Yes, I agree with it. I agree with certain things on that template, right? But me growing up and seeing certain shit, this was even before I had my daughter, right? My baby daddy, he had daughters, and he would always threaten them to hit them in the mouth, or I'm gonna pop you in your mouth, and whoop whoop. And I will always say, you're not going to do that in front of me. You will never be able to hit a woman in their mouth or in their face in front of me. I don't care if it's your child. You definitely ain't gonna do it to my child, and I mean that across the board. So this is just an example. Now I'm just saying this is just an example of that template.
Not to interrupt you. But what I need you to do is, I need you to give me the pros as to how you came to that decision of this is not going to be part of my
the con of it. The con of it was I got a lot of backlash from my child's father with his children. I got a lot of backlash as far as that, and then my mom, who had to use it on. because she was more so, oh, your child said X, Y, and Z, so I had to pop her in the mouth. And I said, what you mean you got to pop her in the mouth? What do you mean you had to pop her in the mouth? I told you as far as my child and
Okay.
the way
I like how you
want to
putting this.
parent,
I like how you putting this.
the way I want to parent. If I told you I don't agree with any child, or especially a female child, being popped in their mouth, because I feel like, in my experience, I feel like that's a gateway to them feeling like whenever they express themselves or they say something, that somebody has the go-to, the okay to hit them in their face. You can pop them on their behind, you can put them in the corner, whatever you choose to do, but you would not hit my child in the face. And I remember telling my mama that explicitly. She came, it was one day, she told me my child, I want to say she said she talked back to her or hit her with something. She did something, and it was involving her words, and she popped my daughter in the mouth. And she told me that. I said, I'm going to tell you this one time. Do not pop my daughter in her mouth ever again. Because that's how I'm choosing to raise my child. Don't pop my daughter in the mouth. And
TPG,
that's just something I had to go through with my mom.
TPG, your turn.
So look, I'ma just say it like this, y'all. Listen. Like that, listen. I don't agree with that shit because listen. Okay, you can be the parent, and you know everybody got different ways of discipline. So you can't tell nobody right or wrong, right? But listen, I don't never want my kid to fear me. If you messed up and whatever, and let's just say it's big enough for me. First off, I don't even whoop my child, Tay. I don't whoop him. I don't have to whoop him, but I feel like this younger generation, man, and soft parenting is not for everybody. But like I said, I don't have to whoop my child. He listens, he does what I need him to do, and that's just that. So I don't have those type of problems. But if I did though, I'm not gonna hit him in his face because I don't ever want him to fear me. I don't never respect. Definitely, but fear, no, because that's just not, like I said, it's just different strokes for different folks. And I just don't feel like I should be doing that because I'd be damned if my mom didn't do that. I got whoopings like hell, but slapped and punched and shit like that, hell no. So it's kind of like that template, like you said. Like I didn't grow up off that.
In my face. She never did it. So when she did it to my daughter, it was just
I'm not with that.
It was like, what? You ain't never hit me
I'm
in
not
my
with
mouth.
that.
All right. So
Nah,
all right. So
Mars is different.
the other side been quiet. So we're gonna give them the floor. Just remember, no butting in, no interrupting. Because I'm pretty sure they heard some stuff that was triggering too. They gave y'all that respect. So if you hear something that's triggering to you, put your mic on mute and just talk like that. If you got to get it out your mouth. But most of all, you know, we just gonna respect the fact that everybody. So I'm about to give them the floor.